Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the playoffs. BFA Sports coverage of the Williamstown Braves. Tonight, we're in Cherokee, a familiar foe, as Williamstown takes on Cherokee for the first rounder here in Marlton. I'm Chris Losey. Coffee Jones, as usual, back with us. They say it's difficult to beat the same team twice. We're in the postseason. Everything starts 0-0, all those cliches. Break it down for us, though. They know each other very well.
I mean, you get kind of that NFL type of feel. You know, in the NFL, your division foes, the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Giants, you play them twice. You get a little familiarity. These teams have a lot of familiarity. They're not too far apart. They play each other a couple times every single season. You got to go back and forth and think about stopping the run if you're going to be Williamstown. You got to understand this is going to be a physical football game. If you don't stop the run, you're going to be out of here and your season's going to be over.
And if you peel those layers out for this pregame, absolutely. Williamstown not good at all on run defense this year. So Coach Tom Kelly and the assistant coaches, Coach Gordon, they're going to put 9 in the box today.
Up front, you're not as big and as strong as some of the big-time athletes that we've seen at the college level in past years of Williamstown. But you got a gang tackle. He talked about it. 9 guys in the box, putting more defenders up there, keeping contained, shooting the gap. I look for a guy like Jackson Colbert to be a guy to make a lot of plays tonight on defense.
And how about on the other side, on the offensive side, Drew Craig, sophomore, his first postseason game?
I think he's got to be calm and collected. I think he's one of those things where he's a little too young to understand the magnitude of this. He's got 2 more years of high school football, but he's going to be poised like he always is and come out there, distribute the football. But on Williamstown's side, you want to be able to establish the run themselves, keep drives alive, but they know defensively you got to shut down these big boys from Cherokee.
As for the Chiefs, they come in only with a 3-5 record, and Williamstown with a 2-7 mark on the season, but power points are what they are, and that's why they're light years apart in the standings.
And right now, you got the home game, so you're going to be facing a tough road crowd. It's a little chilly here tonight. Stay hydrated, stay loose, but come to play sound football. Coach said, do not turn the football over and don't make the silly penalties.
It's the playoffs, and it's coming up right after the break here on BFA. Williamstown and Cherokee. As we get closer to kickoff, those are the captains at the center of the field for tonight's coin toss. And our referee tonight is Mike Worker. Good to see 64 back. Mr. Malinsky. So I talked to Tom Kelly before the game, and he said that if he wins the toss, then he wants to defer.
Like most coaches.
Yeah. I think you only take the ball when it's in one of those really rare occasions that you want the offense on the field first. Right?
Right now, you want a chance for the second half.
Check out Walker's shoes.
Swag. I feel.
White in the middle, black on the end, and Cherokee's
Speed
won the
TDs,
toss.
okay.
And they're going to defer, so the Braves are going to get the ball first to start.
He's going to do run, Rich, run. He's going to run a 40.
I don't know.
Looks like he's about 4'7" in those right now.
That's a fashion statement, though. Look at those shoes.
Are you going to wear something like that, Chris? What is your swag like as That is the most swag I've seen by a referee in the history of football in my calling games.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
I love him.
And that's okay, but now he's got to deliver.
You got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up now. We've got a national anthem coming up. By the way, in case you're wondering, it's a 6 o'clock kickoff. And right now it's 52 degrees and it feels like 51. National anthem tonight.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket red glare Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and
Yeah. Braves travel, and we are on the Williamstown side of the stadium tonight. We're on the visitor side as we get ready for this one. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the entire BFA Sports crew all here tonight for a playoff showdown. As the way they seeded it was, of the 16 teams, 1 and 2 become a 1 seed. 3 and 4 become a 2 seed. 5 and 6 become a 3 seed, and so forth and so on. So this is a 3-6 matchup here tonight.
And it's going to be a tough matchup for the road Williamstown Braves, but I think they're going to have the right mindset from their coach just to be poised, do the little things right, do not penalize yourself, do not turn the football over. In the fourth quarter, they'll be in this football game with a chance to steal it and get the upset.
And it's all going to start with Drew Craig, the quarterback, sophomore, in his first postseason appearance. He is going to have to be the general. So we wait. Glad you're joining us tonight. Don't worry, baseball game can wait. Padgett to tee it up. And it'll be one thing that's been a bright spot for the Braves this year has been the special teams and the return, especially Noel and Harold Hill. And this is Julian Noel up the middle. Noel looking for a crease. Got it. Bounces out and is out to the 35. It's a good return for the Braves, and that is where we will see Drew Craig and the offense.
Great return by Noel, just getting some electricity and some juice here on the road. Good blocking up front, and the best part about it, no penalty flags, Chris.
Well, let's hope so. So at the 35, and it's a first down for Craig and the Braves. And they go to the ground, and Noel, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage. There's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, there's team speed on the defensive side and the other side of the ball. I think he's got to turn that up, try to get 1 or 2 yards, but you try to bounce it and you lose 3 yards.
So a loss on the play, and it'll be second down and 14 after the 4-yard loss. First minute of play, playoff game tonight here on BFA, the Braves and the Chiefs. To the air goes Craig, and that's a pick right off the bat. And Marty gets into the 5, and Marty's into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Cherokee. Pick 6, second play from scrimmage.
It has a miscommunication. Much as you wouldn't want to blame Drew Craig for that, I don't know if the ball gets deflected at the end, but there's an out route, there's a go route. He throws it somewhere in between them. It looks like a clear miscommunication. I've seen him make better and more accurate throws.
Cannot make those mistakes early on. And with a minute gone, it's a pick 6. And Padgett makes it 7-0. 7-0 early on. Kickoff next.
Out meats, out Supremes, out crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one outpizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
A pick 6 with 1 minute gone, and it is 7-0. And that is the one thing you do not want to have happen.
If you're on the other side, Chris, that's exactly what you're looking for. Because you're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. Your defense comes out, not only gets the turnover, gets the stop, the turnover, short field, and turns it into points.
Noel sees that kick bounce into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here we go for possession number 2. Interception return from the 20. Possession number 2. See how they respond to this. You mentioned that it was a miscommunication on the pick. Zach Zerby is caught behind the line of scrimmage by Brandon Petrick. Loss on the play.
And Williamstown's going to have to find a way to get some momentum back. Clearly the first opening kickoff, Noel returns it out past the 30-yard line. You get the crowd kind of a little bit hyped up. The first one goes for a loss, and then on the second play of the game, miscommunication out wide, pick 6.
On second down, they get it to the outside, and there's just nowhere to go right now. Jordan Kennedy, rarely used receiver for Tom Kelly, to the 19. Officially no gain in 3rd and 11 coming up. They're going to have to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you got to trust your quarterback in this situation. You're down by 7. You've already spotted them a lead. You live with it, you die with it. You're going to have to go out here with the young sophomore and let him spin the football. I trust him, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Got to put him in the right position. You got to protect him. He's got to see it. He's got to do it.
Fake to Zerby, and Foley couldn't get it. Incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that might have been there when Drew Craig kind of rushed at the anticipation to make that throw off that play action fake was good, but you got to make an accurate throw, and that time he's off target. And Williamstown, at least on this second possession, they're going to get a chance to punt.
As you look at Foley on punt coverage, we see Anthony Lantine for the first time. Good interview with his father, the president of the Huddle Club. His wife Janice, they were there at Rax last night. Lantine's kick to midfield, and a fair catch by Birdie. Why would Cameron Birdie with a fair catch is about 4 yards away from anybody?
And seeing what he did on that pick 6, I think he's trying to save some of his energy for offense maybe.
Was that his pick 6 or was that number 6?
I thought it was 16, if I'm not mistaken, playing this near side corner.
No, we'll check that out. The throw was underneath, though.
Get a man his props. Know that.
We'll give somebody his props. Chiefs back on offense or at midfield. So we're being told by Ryan Schumacher that it was 1-6. So, okay, so then it was Cameron Birdie with the pick 6.
Well, if Ryan says it, then we know it's good.
All right, good. So you're right.
That's all that matters.
7-0. And by the way, you are looking at Ryan Bender, the quarterback for the Chiefs, back in action after missing a couple of games. And right off the bat, he hands off, and Jake Wood picks up 15 yards.
They handed that off to tailback 17, Kevin Pecan. He makes a big-time run in the first play. Williamstown already struggling. Don't have as many defenders in the box with a 3-wide receiver set.
Bender near side in space. That's Pagic, who also kicks, and he's stopped after a gain of about 4. Braves are there defensively. Nolan Lloyd.
It's an undersized unit for Williamstown this year. We've talked about it. Some of the guys they've had in the past going on to bigger colleges, Division I, FCS level. They don't have the big boys up front, but they got to be aggressive and gang tackle.
It's about a 2nd and 5. Under 9 minutes to play in the first. And that's Ryan Bender back at quarterback. Up the middle they go, and Zerby is able to take down Pocken. Be a 3rd down and about a little over a half a yard. How's that? Is it Pecan or Packin? I think it's Packin.
Want to go Pecan?
Nah.
Pecan?
And they are going to bring the sticks out.
He's pretty close on that 1st down marker, but either
Well,
way, if it's 3rd and short, the way they've ran the ball in these first couple snacks from Williamstown, you're going to need a run through. You're going to need somebody to get in the backfield, stop his momentum before you get started.
Well, the officials started the series not on the tick line, on that line, so that's why they're going to bring him out. And what does that look like to you? Ooh, 1st down. Well, we don't have a good angle, so we can't tell. They're the shoes, though. What do you think?
Those are swag. He's killing everybody right now. He's killing everybody. That's why he's got the white hat.
First down for the Chiefs. The ball.
I don't know about that first down. That was some
at the 26-yard line.
Davian Clowney in the ball game against Michigan.
When was that?
When he took the guy's head off.
Oh, yeah.
Got the fumble back. Like that looked like that type of spot where Steve Spurrier was going crazy in the sideline.
No.
Mike Tirico on the call.
Got nothing on that. Oh, name dropping,
Remember
Mr.
that?
T.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I keep seeing that highlight.
Yeah. Bender on first down. They'll throw far side.
There we go.
Zabriskie, maybe a yard in the backfield. Stopped by Alexander Holloman.
Harold Hill comes up from his corner spot as well, does not get blocked. The type of effort and aggressiveness you're going to need from your secondary guys to help your undersized front is going to be big for Williamstown on defense.
It's only a gain of 2. It's second down and 8. We have 7.5 to go. First quarter, it was a pick 6 by Cameron Birdie on the second play from scrimmage that gave the Chiefs the early lead tonight. Bender with a handoff from the gun. Pakin. So there it is. So we love what the PA says it. It's
so Pakin.
Wrong. And Pakin is about 3 yards short of a first down on third down coming up. Gain of about 6.
Right now it's a third down. See some hands on hips for Williamstown and their defenders. Somebody's got to get in their backfield. Double tight end set. This looks like run all the way. Can Williamstown get some penetration up front and make a play?
Long count for Bender. Bender sees something. He's going to throw it here, isn't he? No, it's a quarterback sneak, and it's good enough for first down. Look at the pile go forward for Bender. He's all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and a team like this, is with their physicality, you can't let him get in third and short. See, he sees the blitz, and there's nobody over the center and guard in that gap. It's a big gap there. He's going to take that all day. It's a page out of Tom Brady's playbook. Nobody's going to cover the center on third and short. Quarterback sneak it.
Good recognition by Bender. If you look at Keyshawn Patterson. 6 minutes to go and a first and goal for the Chiefs. This is a fake.
There we go.
And Bender is caught behind the line of scrimmage. He almost lost the ball, but it's going to wind up being a 6-yard loss on the play.
Great job getting up the field. Alexander Holloman again. He's one of the first ones in the backfield.
Jack Cummins also combining on the stop.
A lot of white jerseys making plays, and that's what you need. If you're going to pull off this upset, first down, you got to win. Get a tackle for loss. Force this team to throw the football on you. Right now, the strength of this Williamstown defense is their secondary, and they got to lean on them.
Second and goal at the 17. Pakin. He gets a couple to the 15-yard line, and that run stopping that's necessary. And there's Jackson Colbert.
I talked about him. He's going to be the X factor here for them defensively. Can he make some plays? Because he's that hybrid safety/linebacker. Same frame that his brother was before he went off to college to play football. He's going to have to make some plays. We need to see number 2 all over the field.
No huddle for the Chiefs on third and long. It's third and goal at the 14-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go. Quick first quarter here tonight in Marlton. Again, a pick 6 on the second play from scrimmage has given Cherokee the early lead.
And this can go a long way right now if they can get this stop, force a field goal. This is a long shot for a field goal. It's a little bit windy tonight. This will be big for Williamstown and their momentum.
Bender going to run. Bender is going to get to the 6. That's about it. Mason Brown makes the stop for the Braves along with Harold Hill. And they'll see Pagic probably. He's got the leg from the 6-yard line, but nothing yet from Brian Glatz on that Cherokee sideline.
There we go.
And now we see Pagic. So if indeed that is the case, then yes, Coffee Jones, the Braves get a stop, and coach, here's Ronnie Gordon, defensive coordinator for the Braves in his first year. Screaming something. But in any event, Luke Brown will hold for Pagic, and from 16 he's good. I'm sorry, from 24 he's good. So the Chiefs extend their lead to 10-0. 3:35 to go, first quarter. You're on BFA. Tonight's game is brought to you by, hold on a minute. Look over here. Look over there. Can you see? I can't, no.
Nope.
Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Pizza Hut. Score big deals on stuffed crust pizzas, tasty wings, breadsticks, and more with fast delivery all through the Pizza Hut app at pizzahut.com. And by Ticks for Good, got a super way to help your favorite local charity and possibly score 2 tickets to the big game in Arizona, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, for that broadcast, or the Masters in April. Head over to ticksforgood.org and check it out. It always feels good to give, but ticksforgood.org makes it even better. And by Ron Jaworski Golf, you know something about him. He invites you to enjoy a Hall of Fame experience at all 6 of his signature golf courses and wedding venues in South Jersey and Pennsylvania. And you might get a chance to meet Coffee Jones. Don't call a timeout. Hurry up and give the ball to Team Jaws and book your tee time, plan your big day, or get your team together for the big game at ronjaworskigolf.com. 24-yard field goal for Pagic. It's a 10-0 lead, and this is a high kick at the 15-yard line. And taken back and pushed back to the 23-yard line was Harold Hill. We couldn't see the number. Braves back on offense. Pick 6 and a 3-and-out.
Well, good news is your defense held. You don't go down 14-zip after throwing a pick 6 in the opening quarter. But if you can go down here and get points, even better, get a touchdown in this drive, make it 10-7, put some pressure back on Cherokee. They're the home team. They're the one that's supposed to win this game. It's the playoff. They're the higher seed. Put some pressure on them by scoring some points here.
Try to survive a pick 6 right off the bat. I mean, that could be like a gunshot right off. But here's Zerby breaking through to the 32-yard line. He's near a Williamstown first down. They're going to say he's about a half a yard short.
And that's the
so
next
9.5 for Zerby.
That's the next step for the Williamstown coaching staff. Get Zerby downhill. No more of these runs to the edge. Get downhill, try to get physical, and split this defense up the middle.
Take a shot here. You got 3 wideouts to the far side. What do you think, Coffee?
It's a 4-man box. You got to run this ball.
Oh, the first down is there for you to take it, and they are going to throw, and Noel, and he dropped it. And it's a good thing he dropped it because Brian Mitchell, not to be confused with the other Brian Mitchell back in the day, was all over Noel.
Look,
3rd and short
defense
coming up.
is spread out. There's 5 guys in the box. 5 guys. You got to be able to run that ball. Don't throw the bubble screen. You got to make a better block out wide and don't get your wide receiver laid out. But at the end of the day, get physical. Zerby just ran the ball for 9 yards.
It was Jordan Kennedy who missed the block on the far side. So 3rd and very short for Craig. Noel on the sweep. He's got to get to the corner, and he does. And a first down for the Braves across the 35, but 2 flags come in. And it's a hold against Williamstown. We see it again.
And I'm telling you, this is more of a coaching staff than just the players. You got to go downhill. Do not like a sweep on 3rd and 1 here. You got your big left tackle trying to make a hook. Patterson's just fighting his butt off trying to make a block to get on the edge. Get downhill, go quarterback sneak, get the first down. Now you're sitting back at 3rd and long. That's a bad decision.
So it's now 3rd because the hold was apparently upfield a little. So the line of scrimmage is the 20, and it's a 3rd down
3rd
and 13.
Yeah, the hold was a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, but still, if you go up there and quarterback sneak it, you get a fresh set of downs.
Craig in trouble on 3rd down, and he's just going to run out of the room. So a drive that had some promise ends on a run by Craig to the 17-yard line with loss of 2 more and another punt from Lantine.
Yeah, and that's upstairs. That's upstairs. The execution could have been there. I can't blame Mr. Patterson for trying to block on the edge. He's trying to get his guy hooked. He's out there by himself on an island. I think he did a great job. I don't think it was a good call for that hold.
Yeah, I don't think you don't think he held?
No, I think he got his hips around the guy. You can't bail a defensive lineman out when he gets reached like that.
Yep.
With that being said, as a coach, you can't put it on the referees like that. Just get the first down. Anything under half a yard, just quarterback sneak it, get a new fresh set of downs.
21-yard punt, but the return is 0 because Birdie with another fair catch. With 2.5 to go, Cherokee's on offense. They have a field goal on offense and a pick 6 on defense. and they lead 10-0. Tonight's game on BFA Sports is brought to you by RK Auto Group and the RK Auto Group in Vineland, Kia, Subaru, and Chevrolet. The best drive of the game is always the ride home in a brand new or certified ride from our friends at RK Auto Group. Visit them at rkautogroup.com. First down for the Chiefs following the short punt. They're at the 46-yard line. 2 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. This is a look again at Ryan Bender. Birdie on the edge. Stopped. Good play defensively. That's Mr. Colbert.
Jackson Colbert, he's the guy. In my opinion, he's the best player on defense right now. He's got to show up and play like it. He's got to be all over the field. You see that jet sweep motion. These defensive ends have not been able to keep contained so far, but Colbert did a good job of placing there for only a 1-yard gain.
So 2nd down and 9. What do you call this?
It's a pistol formation.
With the slot, though, and it's the run. That is Murad Campfield. He's short of a first down by a couple. So 3rd down and a little. It's a pistol, but with a slot?
Yeah, pistol with an H-back.
H-back,
fullback. I mean, pistol I formation. They try to be a little tricky with it. Nobody knows how to take a handoff from under center nowadays in football.
Yeah. Oh, the days of the old Redskins with the counter tray. Sorry, Commanders with the counter tray. Right, 1 step left, then go right. Down to 1:15 to go. First quarter is a good look at that Cherokee sideline.
That's quarterback sneak again.
Sure looks like it. Nope, it's not. It's Campfield again, and that is good enough for Cherokee first down to the 32-yard line.
Better job trying to get some penetration on that play. Seen a couple white jerseys flash in the backfield. But yet another first down for Cherokee.
So we're under a minute and a first down for Cherokee. And that is Luke Brown getting a rare card. Looks like Glatz is separating everybody, spreading it out.
This is what you have to be able to do, but notice they're getting downhill with the run game. The pistol, the I formation, the fullback dive, they're hitting it downfield. Knowing that Williamstown doesn't have a lot of big 300-pound bodies on the defensive tackle and interior of the defensive line.
I don't believe they have to get this play off on 2nd and 6, and they are. And Bender hands off, and Campfield again fights his way for more. He's to the 22-yard line, and that is short of a first down, and that is also the end of the first quarter tonight in our playoff game here in Marlton. It's Cherokee 10 and Williamstown nothing. Second quarter next on BFA.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com.
The Claridge Hotel has been around for a number of years. Here at Park Place and the world-famous Atlantic City Boardwalk, just steps away from the beach. So we've had a number of people come through our doors, each with their own style and taste, which is why they chose the Claridge to take their visit to new heights. Book your getaway today at claridge.com.
The start of the second quarter here tonight on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the crew here for the Williamstown Braves postseason entry here against Cherokee, and they trail 10-0, and the Chiefs are on the move. They start the quarter with a first down at the 23. It's Ryan Bender, missed the last 2 games with, they'll call it an upper body injury. Coach Glatt said he just threw a ball and then walked right off the field. Didn't feel right. Campfield on first down. Only able to get a couple. Second down and long coming up. Abel Fowler on the stop for the Braves.
Keyshawn Patterson in on that tackle as well. Can you get a win on first and second down? Force this team to throw the football, because right now they've just been physical and trying to run it down your throats. You got to stop in the red zone last time. You're going to need another one pretty soon.
I love how you simplify things, too. Like, get a win on each down. I like that. It's like win a pitch, winning it back. I like that.
I learned that from the NFL level. Anything under 4 yards is a win on first down. Get them to second and long, that's a win.
Yeah. On 2nd and 9, this is Bender. Rolling out, chased by Mason Brown. He got him.
Great
Close
job
to the 20-yard line. Good defense for the Braves, and it'll bring up a third down and long.
We see Mason's wonderful mom here earlier before the game started. That's the play you got to put on his highlight tape. That quarterback should have been able to turn the corner, but the speed of Mason Brown got him on the ground. Another win on second down. Now, third and long, find a way to get off the field.
Oh, she was great, wasn't she?
Amazing lady.
You always get to find the mothers. Third down and long, and the Braves jumped. And it was Mason Brown. We just went from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 3. I'm serious.
He gave it back. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. 3rd and 4. If anything, you get this stop. That makes the field goal a little bit easier. At worst case, you're thinking 13-0 if you can find a way to get a stop. But now that changes the play call. If you're Cherokee, you may decide to turn and hand the ball off to one of your strong tailbacks in this. Can't give up free yards. That's a free 5 yards. Mason, be patient.
It's Bender from the gun on 3rd down and 3. And they hand off to Campfield, and with a little cutback, he's going to get the Chiefs a first down. They're inside the 10-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Yeah, he just wasted a blitz there. And I didn't like the decision to send him anyway from the linebackers. It's 3rd and 9. Make them throw the ball with 7 people defending in the coverage, but
you're a little cranky tonight.
I don't like this. I don't like it. Our team's better than this, Chris. We were just at Rutgers a couple years ago,
yes,
man.
Yes, we were.
Come on.
Yes, we were.
There's a standard here Coach Fuchs has started, and this team is better than what they've been playing like the last month.
First down, Bender. Campfield again. Gets to the 5, and Patterson wraps him up. 2nd and goal coming up.
I need to see some slanting, some movement, something. If you undersize the defensive line, you got to get in some of those gaps.
If you look at the size matchup right there on that shot, it looks like an even match there.
Looks like an even matchup.
You know? You have to look at
Gray.
size.
Dylan Gray, 71. He's a big boy at right tackle. You see him.
Yeah. We actually picked him out in the Cherokee game at Williamstown earlier. He is big, but he wasn't in that shot. Bender's going to keep it, and he squirts through, and he's going to find his way for a touchdown. It really looked like he was going to get stopped. Nolan had him. Nolan Lloyd had him at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of the things. You take Mason Brown out of the game.
Watch here.
And to be honest with you, Keyshawn Patterson, Keyshawn's got to play better. He's got to play better. He got driven off the ball as well, and they scored right where he was standing. He's got to play better and be stouter up front. You got to be able to secure and make that tackle, but you can't make the penalty on 3rd and 9 to keep this drive alive.
Padgett again. And the Chiefs on a roll early in this first-round playoff. They lead 17-0 here on BFA. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Claridge and the View Rooftop Bar at the Claridge Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, where you can see beautiful views of the Atlantic City skyline, the beach, the ocean, and more. Amazing views there. Have you ever been there?
No, sir.
Hosting your team meeting or making the big dream wedding a reality? Give them a call or visit them online at claridge.com. It's the Claridge View Rooftop Bar. And by Premier Orthopedic Associates, go from discovery to recovery just like that. With 8 convenient locations in South Jersey, visit us at poasnj.com. Premier Orthopedic Associates, a proud sponsor of high school athletics here on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the crew here tonight. A little chilly. And it's cold on the scoreboard too, my friend. It's 17-zip. Cherokee has the lead with 8:48 here in the second quarter, and Noel will not be able to return it. Touchback, and the Braves will start at the 20-yard line. Got to get something going now.
And don't forget, this game is going to turn even more so to the favor of the home team to start third quarter, because Cherokee is going to receive that kickoff with another opportunity to extend on this lead. Can you find a way to get out of your own way? Coaching, play call, execution, penalties, turnovers, everything we talked about.
Here's Craig, first down on the fake. They get Noel out in space. He gets about 3 yards on the play. Evan Breifogel on the stop. Gets him out of bounds.
Yeah, just some of these schemes, you expect these athletes and these players on defense to leave them unblocked. They're not always going to fall for it. Sometimes they just guess right and make a play. We've got 4 defenders down linemen, and a fifth look like he's coming off the edge.
Here's Zerby with a head of steam. He's going to get 2 yards short of the first down. It's a pickup of 5 on that carry. 3rd down and 2.
What I've seen the last couple of run plays, Cherokee understands Williamstown's blocking scheme. They understand what they want to do, who they're going to leave unblocked. And at some point, I think Jordan Gravener's a good enough player. You could just put him one-on-one on any guy up front and let him handle it. Stop at the zone read. Let's just be physical.
Third and short. It's a run. It's Zerby. No. He bounced off a couple, but there's just nowhere to go. The Chiefs got the penetration, and they made the play. And as usual, it's led by Roman Doherty. He had the fumble recovery in Williamstown, and I think he had help too.
Yeah, Leo Bluestein, number 6. Just I was giving props to Gravener, the right tackle. He gets beat inside, doesn't cut his man off. He's right in the backfield, and Williamstown's going to be forced to punt again. That one, that's on you, Mr. Gravener. You got to do a better job cutting your guy off and getting that block.
Look, see Tom Kelly. Lantine will not get this one off. We got whistles to stop it. And so a false start against the Braves. So we'll do it again. Two punts for Lantine, 2 fair catches for Birdie with a lot of space. You think you might try this one, partner? What do you think? Nope. Well, Hill was in his face that time. And now it'll favor the Braves. They'll down it at the 43-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's all Cherokee thus far. It's 17-0 here on BFA.
Make this your best season ever with Game Changer's amazing new features. Like automatically compiled hit clips that load directly into your player profile, along with your stats. Watch, download, and share with fans and recruiters. Track pitch type and pitch velocity, and display it in the live stream. And watch it all, live, on the web. Check out these amazing new features you can start using now in the app.
Welcome back. Chiefs back on offense following the 31-yard punt from Anthony Lantine. And that's Ryan Bender. Cherokee could be looking for the kill here.
Let's go. Walk a defender. You see Noel at the top of the screen. Walk him up. Let him come off the edge.
And Bender's trying for it down the middle, and it's good play defensively. That's a catch, and then knocked out of the way. Holloman.
Holloman's one of those tweeners. They got to listen to outside linebacker right there. He just sees the tight end, gets up the field with him, reads his eyes, throws the hands up, shoots right through the hands. It's a good play.
Sabricki had it.
Here we go. It's a win on first down.
2nd and 10 at 43.
Don't get lulled to sleep with this shotgun formation. They can still run the football. They just switch Paikin to the side. They're changing the play. There we go.
It's on the fake.
Get outside, Harold.
It's Bender, and he'll get a first down, and Hill forces him out of bounds on the Brave side of the field, though, at the 48.
You had a chance. I thought Harold Hill was going to get off that block, go make a tackle.
We have a guest joining us, most likely in the third quarter. I'm going to hold that as a surprise. What do you think? He didn't get a first down. It's 3rd down and 1. What do you think, Sneak?
Looks like Williamstown might be offsides on that bottom side
Holloman,
of the screen.
No flag, but doesn't matter. There goes Paikin, and he gets a first down and more. He's down to the 35-yard line. Noel and Hill combined on the stop, but it's a gain of 13 on the play.
Defense just gets compromised. You get two guys running up the field on the outside, bottom of the screen. You see both Holloman, you can't have 3 defenders, and Mason Brown. All 3 of those guys are outside the running backs. Somebody's got to fight to cross face, get in the gap, get in the middle of the defense, and Paikin makes a big run and another first down conversion for the Chiefs.
At the 35, they're already up by 17. We're halfway through the second quarter tonight. Paikin again. 10 more. First down.
And that's one of the things you see when teams are getting the ball ran on them. How many defensive linemen are on the ground? Are they staying on their feet, trying to fight off blocks? You got to get down there and get tough and get dirty.
Tom Kelly.
Now, coach is a little frustrated. So you got to get more guys up front. You're standing this 4-down line front. They're just double teaming the 2 tackles. There's nobody to get contained on the right side of the defense. This tight end at the top of screen 15.
Sabricki.
Now he comes in as the H-back.
Looks like a fire drill out there. Bender.
There we go.
Caught right away. They got the penetration, and that's the Braves' 2nd sack of the night. Kaishan Patterson is in there. See who else got in there. We got a flag on the play. No flag.
And they tried to run a little pull scheme, and Williamstown just attacked at the right time.
Holloman as well. So the ball now back at the 29-yard line, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 for Cherokee. Ryan Bender, junior quarterback. Looks left, comes back right. Birdie can only get to the 23-yard line. So it's a pickup of about 4, maybe 5, and it'll be 3rd down and about 9.
Got to win 3 plays. The first 2 are important. If you can win in the 3rd one, you can get off the field. First down, they get the tackle for loss that time. Couple missed tackles, but just swarm to the football. Good job by Patterson, the big fella hustling. Now find a way to get off the field and stop this bleeding if you're Williamstown.
So how about the design of the play to look left and then throw back right?
A nice little double screen with the wide receivers coming in. They got this defense on their heels right now, so you can run anything you want if you're the Chiefs. Somebody's got to make a play in a white uniform.
So you've got Wood and Padgett at the bottom of the screen. Always nice when your place kicker is also a wide receiver. Well, our punter is a wide receiver in Lantine. Gotta love high school football. Cherokee taking a lot of the clock. As a matter of fact, they took too much time. No, they did. They got a timeout. They got a timeout first. So a timeout taken by the Chiefs. There's no flag. And we will stay here. And remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Game Changer, the official sports stat app of BFA Sports. Live statistics as they happen in real time. Check out that at-bat. Check out that play. Check out that kick. All that at GameChangerGC.com. Got another one? Yeah. Oh, your turn. Go ahead.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody outpizzas the Hut.
Ed Herron, thank you as always for your incredible support of Williamstown football. Go see him at Pizza Hut in Glassboro or any of the South Jersey Pizza Huts. Nobody outpizzas the Hut. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the BFA Sports crew here tonight. You see the story. 17-0, Cherokee's in front. 3:25 to go here in the first half. My head is on a swivel because I'm looking for our guest.
Well, right now I'm looking for a stop for Williamstown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they got that penalty flag thrown right before the timeout call, but it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. Be sound. Do not jump off sides. You got press coverage on the far side of the field, top of the screen.
It's Bender, and they hand off, and it's Pakin, and it's Mason Brown doing the job.
Good job by Mason Brown. If anything, I would tell him, let's get some more wristbands, some gloves, get his swag up. But the guy, he's a tough guy, unlike me. When I was in high school, I needed to be swagged out. He comes out and just makes plays, gets it back.
Worker leads the swag right now, though, our white hat with the shoes.
He definitely does. They're going for it on 4th down. I don't think they are. Do not jump off sides.
We're down to 2:50 and running until halftime. Coffee is imploring the Brave defense to stay on their side of the ball. Bender with time slings it out there, and it's incomplete. It was underneath Birdie. So guess what? Braves get a stop, and they get the ball back with 2.5 to go here in the second. And 3 timeouts.
Got to be proud of the defensive line. Didn't know how he wanted to do anything. Everybody's kind of a little bit nervous to rush or get close to the quarterback. But he throws an errant throw. Great coverage all around in the back end. I talked about the secondary from Williamstown being the best unit on that defense, and they showed up there.
3 timeouts for the Braves. They will start this possession at the 21-yard line. Here's Craig. Fake it. Back out again to Noel. Are they going to stay off that block that it was good, and that's going to give Noel about 9, or they're not?
We got to stop.
No, we got a flag. There was a block in the back, and I don't know if they were going to call it or not.
Coach, you got to know what you can do and what you can't do. Right now, man for man, you can't handle these guys.
Got a hold. I don't see a hold. I saw a block in the back.
Stop leaving Bluestein unblocked off the edge. He's going to get your quarterback killed. He's speeding up the whole process.
Stop leaving Bluestein.
He's unblocked, number 6, every time.
I don't see a hold. I don't see a hold.
It's a late call, but still.
I mean, I got a block in the back perhaps right here, right there, but no, he flipped him around. He let him go.
It's a freaking hold. It is.
If that was the one he had, that's not a hold either. But that's okay. First down and long, and Zerby's out to the 16-yard line to pick up a 4. Remember, 3 timeouts for the Braves, but you're now almost in the shadow of your own goalpost. And it's 2nd down and long.
It's like you almost want to concede 17-0 right now. Be conservative, because the Cherokee starts thinking about it and burning their last couple of timeouts, which after this 2nd down play, I wouldn't be surprised if they do to try to get another possession in the 2nd quarter.
Do some regrouping. Under 2 to go. Here's Craig in trouble, and he's getting dumped. And it's Doherty again, sacked back at the 11-yard line. Remember him, he stole the ball from Drew Craig and ran the other way for a touchdown, and now a timeout is taken by Glatson. Why not? So Cherokee down to one timeout, but they're going to get the ball back with 1:39 to go. Up 17-0.
Yeah, right there. It's a situation where the coverage was there down the field, nowhere to go with the football. Patterson, he's been out there playing his butt off at left tackle. He gets beat on that left side, playing offense, playing defense. I know he's a little fatigued right now, but he's got to find a way to get some momentum back for your team.
Tonight's game brought to you by ticksforgood.org. Got a super way to help your favorite local charity and possibly score 2 tickets to that big game in Arizona in February or the Masters in April. Head over to ticksforgood.org and check it out. It always feels good to give, but ticksforgood.org makes it even better. One timeout left for the Chiefs. They're going to get the ball back with 1:39 to go. Special delivery to the press box. Third down and 20 for the Braves. The marker is the 31-yard line, and Craig in the middle. He finds Foley, but he's going to be about a half a yard short.
I don't know. He started to roll over. You're right. He fell right about that 30-yard line.
Oh, and now if you're Glatz, do you call your last timeout? If you're Tom Kelly, and I think they did. I think they called their last timeout.
Great throw by Drew Craig. Long yardage situation. You find a way to get at least some of that manageable yardage back. And here's the situation. Do you take a chance to try to go for it, be aggressive, or do you pretty much punt the ball and concede 17-0 at the half right now? It's a tough one. I still think you got to trust your defense to kick it.
Well, if you look at, first of all, where's the ball? The ball's at the 30. It's a good yard. So Drew Craig is not a big guy. They don't have a Jalen Hurts type where they can just, move the pile.
At the end of the day,
you got to kick it.
I think you go out there with your offense, try to get a free play, get a snap, see if somebody jumps off sides. If they don't, burn one of your timeouts and punt it away.
That's what I do. So we'll find out. We believe the Cherokee has called their final timeout, and the board supports that theory. So no timeouts left for Brian Glatz, and the offense is on the field for the Braves. From the gun. They're going for it. Outside, and it's dropped.
That's the thing. I don't like the zone reads in that situation. An unblocked defender, he may guess right. That time they guessed right to the tailback. There was nowhere for Zach Zerby to go. You forced the quarterback to make the throw. Look at that. Penetration in the backfield.
Jeez. Jordan Kennedy, he wasn't going to get a first down anyway.
But that speeds up the entire process for your quarterback, leaving that unblocked defender. Just let your offensive lineman get out there on the edge, put a tight end in the game.
Now the Chiefs only need to go 30 yards. But they have no timeouts left. It's Ryan Bender, which I would think with the combination of being high school football where the clock stops on a first down and where they are in the field, they've got all the time in the world. Bender going to keep it and gets only a yard. Falls down to the 29-yard line. Mason Brown on the stop. Here's a name we haven't called tonight is Aubrey Green. And we're almost at halftime. Under a minute to go. It's 2nd down and 9. Pagic makes sure he gets the play. And Bender to throw it. Fakes the screen, sets it up to the end zone, too far. And is there a flag? There is. So there was contact in the end zone. We'll check it out.
I don't think he was anywhere close to catching that ball, Chris. I know there's no uncatchable pass rule in high school football, but.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, Mark Williams.
Yeah, he didn't have to do it.
He had to grab him, but there's just nothing there.
Yeah, he didn't have to do it. He did grab him, but that play, it was so uncatchable. That's a bailout call, and on the road in the playoffs, you can't expect the referees to do anything different if you're a Williamstown fan.
Oh, my goodness. That's not pass interference, though. At the 15, Bender, far side. Birdie, out of bounds inside the 5 to the 4. My goodness. So it's going to be first and goal with 25 seconds to go. The ball was almost by him.
The other day, I looked like he threw it out the back of the end zone. No way he was catching up to that, but you bail him out with the penalty. Once again, turnovers and penalties, we talked about it in the open, Chris. It's every level of football. It'll kill you every time. And in the playoffs, it'll kill you even quicker.
Amen.
By halftime.
Now what do we got? Walker's going over to Coach Glatz. I don't know why. Did you see what went on? Did I miss something? What's that?
Baffled as you are.
We're baffled. Okay. Ryan Schumacher says baffled. Coffee, you just... Oh, you're still stuck on that pass interference penalty. First and goal.
Still stuck on the 4th and 1 play
Yeah.
ball. I don't like that. Good downhill with Zerby. Don't leave an unblocked defender. You see there in Williamstown, Holloman comes off the edge unblocked. These kids are too good. You're not going to just run the ball with them unblocked all the time past them. And Williamstown gets to stop there. No more timeouts. Can they find a way to get off the field?
10 seconds. Bender, slant, and touchdown to Birdie. And it's a big lead now for Cherokee.
Not bad coverage. Not bad coverage at all, but I would tell him, be smarter. Your guy's out wide. He's past the numbers. He's only going slant. He's not going fade from there. He's going to give himself more room. He's going fade. So the way he lined up so wide out towards the sideline, probably 75, 80% chance he's going in an in-breaking route. He goes with the slant, and they get the touchdown to go up 3 scores.
And Pagic makes it 24 with 5 seconds to go here until halftime. There's a lot to go over. The officials are huddling in the Cherokee end zone, or the Williamstown end zone. Teams are lining up for kickoff. By the way, tonight's game is brought to you by Ron Jaworski Golf.com. Play any of his 6 signature courses, and one of them is a links course, Coffee.
A lot of them. There's one not too far from here in Cherokee, Ramblewood Country Club. I think Jaws over there now watching the Phillies.
Didn't even mention them. How you like that?
Right now, you feel like it's 1980 all over again, Chris. Other than the Sixers, I guess. But.
Oh, my God. Leave it to them. How about getting rid of Doc Rivers in the beginning of the season?
You know.
A squib kick.
It worked. Citizens Bank Park to change the voice in the locker room.
Sure did. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it. Keaton Ocello falls on the kickoff. And with 4 seconds to go, now what do? You take a shot?
You have to. Knowing these referees, they may throw a pass interference call. You drop back, you throw it up deep. I think Drew Craig, from this point, he can get it to at least the 10 or the 5. You give him some time. Little fella's got some arm strength.
Again, not much of number 9. Here it is, final play of the half, barring a penalty. And it's Zerby, and it's a good run to the 41, no flags. And we have come to the end of the first half here tonight in Cherokee, and the Chiefs have done what we thought they may do, and that's jump out early, and they have kept the Braves off the board. 24-0 at halftime here on BFA.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com.
The Claridge Hotel has been around for a number of years. Here at Park Place and the world-famous Atlantic City Boardwalk, just steps away from the beach. So we've had a number of people come through our doors, each with their own style and taste, which is why they chose the Claridge to take their visit to new heights. Book your getaway today at claridge.com.
We're here at the brand new RK Service Center. We've got to be super excited about all the things that are going on here at RK.
We are. We're super excited. We've been waiting this for a long time. We're very proud of this facility. We are hiring new technicians, so we're offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus. You can check with our managers in terms of the details on that. But along with that, we offer healthcare, dental, eye, 401k with a match, and on it goes.
No better place to look than right here at RK Auto Group.
RKAutogroup.com, but individually for each manufacturer would be myrkchevy.com, myrkkia.com, and myrksubaru.com.
Make this your best season ever with Game Changer's amazing new features. Like automatically compiled hit clips that load directly into your player profile, along with your stats. Watch, download, and share with fans and recruiters. Track pitch type and pitch velocity, and display it in the live stream. And watch it all, live, on the web. Check out these amazing new features you can start using now in the app, or learn more at gc.com.
Welcome back to Marlton. This is Cherokee High School, the start of the third quarter. It's 24-0 Cherokee, as you see on the bottom of the screen, and it started bad and just got worse after that. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the BFA Sports crew is here. Let's start Coffee. Second play from scrimmage. It's a pick six, and right away it's 7-0.
Well, let's start with the opening kickoff. Mr. Julian Noel returns the kickoff. Great return, busts loose about the 20-yard line, gets out to his left. They get the ball to the 35, almost the 40-yard line to start the game off. A lot of momentum, crowds cheering. The first handoff, they try to go wide, and his defense is just too fast, too good on the edge. 3-yard loss for tackle for loss. Then the next play you come out, and I don't know if you're throwing a hitch route or what, a speed out. It was just a low thrown in between the corner and the receiver, and you get picked off for a pick six to start the game off, second play of the game. This is why coaches don't necessarily like to take the football first, because if you do something crazy like that, you're going to set yourself in a hole. And Williamstown just wasn't able to dig out of it. Their defense gets a stop on the next drive, forces a field goal, but just too much of this running game and this power attack from the Chiefs in that first half, and you got a 24-point deficit, Chris.
You were shaking your head a little bit at some of the calls on the field. Third and short.
Third and 1, 10-0. Yeah. Just quarterback sneaking, but you try to go wide with the jet sweep, and Noel swings it out. Keyshawn Patterson gets called for a holding. Keyshawn Patterson gets called for a holding penalty. You back it up 10 yards. That's an easy half-yard first down, quarterback sneak or a power run. Another play in the drive. You got a chance to get a stop. You get a penalty on Mason Brown. 3rd and 9. You give them free 5 yards. 3rd and 4, they run the ball. They go up 3 scores. You can't shoot yourselves in the foot on the road as an underdog in the playoffs.
Let's see what the second half has in store, and the kickoff is returned to the 27-yard line. And Cherokee up 24-0. They have the football to start. That was Kevin Paikin. There is the Cherokee sideline and a nice half of football. Ryan Bender returning from injury, and he has looked pretty sharp.
It's been under control. You know, when he ran the zone read, picked up a nice long yardage run, and second and, I think, 13, he got about 12 yards to get his offense back in rhythm and back on schedule. He's been playing the clock. He's been throwing the screens, but just handing it off and letting his offensive line win that first half.
So, speaking of, he is on offense to start. Luke Brown behind him, along with Kevin Paikin. 24-0 to start the second half tonight. It is Paikin for 7 to the 34-yard line.
The teams we've watched, this Williamstown team, Chris, for so many years. From the 2018 state championship, 2019 back-to-back, when we made our run with Coach Fuse. You got to understand, these teams have been looking for revenge for a long time. They've been waiting for the mighty to fall, and as you see it right now with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, you see it with the Lakers in the NBA. When a great team is finally wounded, you want to step on their necks, and right now Cherokee's taking their opportunity to give it back to Williamstown like they've done it, given it to them for so long.
Tom Brady's got his own problems. Second and
they
short.
didn't look good last night. I'm just being honest with that.
Paikin with a spin move, and that's going to get the first down up to the 39-yard line. When things go bad, things go really bad.
Even though you finally get the penetration that you're looking for. Good move, but you got to make the tackle.
Jack Cummins.
You got to make a tackle. Your corner can't jump around the block. Go hit somebody in the mouth. Let's be the aggressor, especially on the bottom of this short side of the field. You should turn Holloman loose.
That's
Just let him go. Let him go unblocked off the edge and get in the backfield. You got 9 guys committed.
First minute and a half. Second half. 24-zip and a 1st and 10. Fake the pitch. Over the middle. It's picked off. Harold Hill bringing it back for the Braves. This is what they needed. Harold Hill. It's a pick six, and Williamstown gets on the board.
There we go. Finally some life from Williamstown. You force this team to throw it. You get a good stop on first down. Play action. Just a grossly underthrown football. I'm assuming that's a miscommunication, but look at the athleticism by Harold Hill. Great block out front by Lantine, and Williamstown gets on the board defensively to start the third quarter.
57 yards on the interception return. And Drew Craig with a chance here. It'll still be a 2-score game, but still, it's got to breathe life into this offense. It's a high snap, though, and it's trouble. Oh, they threw it into the end zone, and it was incomplete. Jordan Foley had to turn around. No, not Jordan Foley. It's Jordan Kennedy. There it was on the high snap. Jackson Foley is the holder. And his pass was on the money to Jordan Kennedy.
It really was.
Kennedy's having some problems tonight.
I didn't like the protection on the edge. I felt it was a little soft. There was a lot of orange leaking through on that PAT attempt, but.
So it's still a 3-score game. 24-6 now. But a 57-yard interception return for a touchdown by Harold Hill.
Yeah, I think in that situation you decide to go for 2, make it 24-8. Try to cut it to a 3-score game. Going for 2 every time right now. You have nothing else to live for your high school football season if you're at Williamstown.
Yep. I would agree. So Craig to kick it off. And the offense for the Braves is their defense. They get a pick 6 from Harold Hill, and they do get on the scoreboard. Craig's kick is very short. From the 13-yard line, it's Birdie, and he is up to the 25.
Mason Brown, again, running down on kickoff, making plays. I mean, listen, it's only because he's short. The scouts aren't all over him. I'm telling you right now, the kid can play some football.
You would say uncharacteristic of Ryan Bender to throw a pick unless it was a miscommunication, but in any event.
Just the location. It was in between 2 receivers and not even close. Good job by Harold Hill making a play when his team needed it the most.
So Bender and the Chiefs back on offense. I like the poise. I do like the poise, and look at him in the backfield. As we start this drive.
I just don't like the way Williamstown's lined up at the bottom of the screen. You got no defender on the tight end side of the ball.
It's a handoff to Campfield, and he blows through. Campfield still going all the way down to the Brave 39-yard line. Mason Brown may have saved a touchdown, but a run of 30.
I love the hustle for Mason Brown, but you break through the line of scrimmage. There's not a lot of weight and beef in the middle of that defense. Big play to steal some momentum back and flip the field for the Chiefs.
Murad Campfield having a good game tonight for the Chiefs. He was absent in the game in Williamstown. So Coach Glatz looks like he's setting everything up for him in the later rounds as he's getting everybody back. And he said before the game he's as healthy as he could possibly be. Campfield again to the 31. That's 7 yards on first down, Coffee.
And that's not good, Chris.
No, and you missed it the last couple of weeks. But one of the calls I would make would be 5, 10, 15 yards before they're even touched. So what's that tell you?
Needs to be an adjustment up front, coaching staff.
Second and short. Bender and the Chiefs on the move again, and Campfield off the right side. That's a first down. He's down to the 22-yard line. 10 yards for Campfield. He's over 100 for the night. And move the change for the Chiefs, who are leading 24-6 tonight on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the crew here tonight. A little chilly here in Marlton. And after this play, I want to introduce you to somebody. Yeah, we got it. With 8 minutes to go. But really, Coffee, how about the poise of Bender, though, coming back from that injury? And then just as I said that, he throws a pick six, and it's the only offense for Williamstown tonight.
I guess when we mention a guy, he makes a tough play. We mentioned Mason Brown earlier in the first quarter. He makes a
Canfield up the middle, gets a couple.
Offside penalty. I mentioned Jordan Gravener, the young right tackle.
Jackson Colbert.
See Jackson.
So we kick Coffee out of the booth because we have a special guest in the booth tonight. Chris Terrian, 12 years in the NHL. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you guys, too.
We talk a lot on Facebook, but we've never met, and I'm looking forward to this night. It was really exciting to see you, so thanks for coming up.
Yeah, you know what? No problem. It was pretty easy for me. My son is a Cherokee player.
Well, we're going to get to that.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is kind of made sense, guys. But you know what? I do listen to you, and you do a great job.
Thank you.
Chiefs are having a better night tonight than Tom Brady did last night and today. That's maybe not a bad thing.
Yeah, he got served today. There he is.
Yeah. Where are we looking? All right, we're here.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Hey, by the way, so, you know, the reason you're here, of course, obviously, I mean, your son's playing in a game, and you wrote a book. And here it is.
Down there.
Where are we?
Right down there.
Here it is. Right
Camera
there.
down at the bottom, yeah.
Hold that up, would you?
There you go.
There's his book. Road to Redemption. Tell us about your book first, then we'll get into the other stuff.
So really, it is a story. It's a story of redemption, you know. And I think what people realize sometimes, what happens with athletes or people that you watch grow up in your community, you know, for pro sports teams, a lot of them become afflicted with alcoholism, drug addiction. Some of them. My story is about alcohol, but it was really about a guy that got here as a 22-year-old. I'd had four of my kids here, and I was afflicted by alcohol at the end of my career. And I've spent till this day, from the day I decided enough was enough, you know, fighting that battle. And so far, about 11 and a half years, and I'm now spreading, being an advocate and spreading the word out in the community about doing the right things and helping people that are struggling with addiction.
I mean, obviously, and being as renowned as you are in this area, has anybody approached you and said, Chris, thank you so much. Your story has really helped me?
All the time. And that, to me, is, you know, you're making a difference.
No, keep going. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think to me that really is a part that is the best. Is that, you know, I think to overcome any disease, whether it's cancer, a common cold, or whatever it is, it takes some form of courage. You're going to have to go through some pain to get to the end result that you want and to being well. And you know, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to recover from that. But, you know, that's where, as I said in the book, it's just a story of not giving up. It's a story of fighting against the odds pretty much my whole life. I wasn't always this, you know, when I came in the NHL, I wasn't sure I'd be a top pair defenseman, and I ended up going like that for about 10 years. I had a great partner, but ultimately this story, I think, will take you through the locker room, the Flyers in the 90s, which to me was one of the most polarizing, interesting times in the history of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Well,
and
I can't wait to read this. I really can't.
Great locker room stories. Some of the stories that went through the years, people maybe getting answered, misinterpreted points of view from. A lot of it goes into the Eric Lindros era and the big John LeClaire trade.
Hagen gets a touchdown, by the way, but go ahead, keep going.
Touchdown, Cherokee. So it's been the theme of the night, but that happens. That's the way it goes. And that really is. So it's got a lot of great stories. When I played, I was very much a lively guy in the locker room, keep things light for guys, and so I have those great stories to go along with it as well. But I think at the end of the day, you know, this my greatest accomplishment maybe wasn't getting in the NHL and becoming a long-time Philadelphia Flyer, which to me has been, you know, one of the great things in my life to have been, you know, drafted by Philadelphia and made my whole life here. You talk about destiny and the way it goes. So my story comes out really, I think, to help people that are perhaps struggling or having trouble getting up over the hump. I think this should help motivate them and understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And no matter what you do with your life, don't ever give up. Never give up, no matter what it is. And for me, that was the attitude I had to take with this wretched disease. And I know people are still struggling from it every single day, all over the place. Drug addiction now, and I work in the city with many different facilities. I work at Cairn Treatment Center primarily, but I've helped a lot of aftercare centers, Pennsylvania Recovery Center as well. These are places where, you know, people get out of these rehab centers where they're safe for 30 days, but they get out and they realize that at the same time, you know what, you have to learn to live on the streets again. You know, when you're back at home, you know, you're going to pass that liquor store or see the dealer that, you know, and that to me is the important part. So. You know, but I also want people to know that you can do this. Like, we do recover and we go on to live a normal life and enjoy all the things we're supposed to without any of the substances.
Stick around. 31-6. More after this.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
A 3-yard touchdown run by Murad Campfield, and the lead is opened back up to 31-6. You're on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the BFA Sports Crew, and we are thrilled to have longtime Fire defenseman Chris Terrian in the booth. And I will tell you this, on Game 1 of the World Series, they went offside on the kickoff, and they did call it. Oh, my goodness. They called it, Coffee. Got an offside on the kickoff. Tonight's Game 1 of the World Series, Philadelphia is a sports town unlike any other. And
Yes.
I'm sure you can certainly attest to that.
Yep, it's unique.
But when you say unique, have you ever had a moment, especially playing that in the Spectrum, there was like none other, obviously. Have you ever had a moment where, like Alec Boehm had in the season, like, oh, why am I here? They're killing me, or no?
Oh, yeah.
You remember the Alec Boehm thing this year when third baseman for the Phillies?
Yeah.
And he was caught saying, I hate this bleeping place.
Yeah, no, I never got on a hot mic, but there's nights where, listen, I mean, I played 12 years here.
Yeah.
You can't play 12 years in Philly without getting booed out of the like your own building at least a dozen times for once per year.
Wow.
I felt the wrath of fans in Philly, and you know what? The more I look at it, but it wasn't personal, and I understood that. Like, it really wasn't. If I was having a bad night or somebody just wanted to boo me for someone didn't like me, whatever, you got to live with that. That's part of the game. But for me, I think now, like as I became a broadcaster and stuff, I think I grew a better relationship with the people of Philadelphia.
Oh, sure.
But I was here such a long time, and we did everything except just hoist the Stanley Cup. But we had such great teams that should have won. I mean, they're the team you say who should have won a cup. Those teams in the late 90s should have won Stanley Cups for sure. 97, 2000 was a great team, and nothing against Detroit. Like we would have. Dallas made the finals that year. The Devils came back on us. I mean, that was a horrible loss for us, and I really believe we were winning it that year. The 5 overtimes.
Which one?
The 2000.
The 2000. Yeah, with Primo and then Pittsburgh.
No, that was a few years later.
Overtime.
That was it was against Pittsburgh. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, Primo. Yeah. But he had another great playoff in 04 as well too.
Yeah.
So but that was the year, the 5 overtime game. And
so would you say you had a better shot in 2000 than 97?
I do. I
agree with that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. If we beat the Devils, it's over.
And I remember Larry Robinson after Game 5 and the Flyers go up 3-1. Or before or after Game 4, and he said if they don't get it through their thick skulls, we're never going to get through it. And look at this, So we'll talk about that in a second. 6:51 here, and it's Williamstown on offense. And let's go to the left side. Here goes Zerby out of the Wildcat to the 25. Or 35, pick up about 4 yards on the play. Second down. We are not in the running clock yet, too, Bundy.
Is that right? Huh?
Not yet. No. So. Where did the name Bundy come from?
Yeah, and
You've only been asked that about twice.
Yeah, no, I was asked it already once on another show, but I'm going to answer it again.
Yeah.
It's from Al, not Ted. So that makes everybody feel a little bit better.
God, I never even thought it would be Ted.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, it was Al. So I was like a rookie. I was like a young guy in the locker room, and I reminded someone of Craig McTavish who played with. He was the last guy to play without a helmet. And he said, you remind me a lot of that guy. The guy on TV, too, and the name stuck. So.
That's all it was, huh?
Yep, that was it.
So 4th and 5, and the Braves, why not? They're going to go for it, Coffee. And I would think, you got nothing to lose.
At this point, go for all 4th downs. All 2-point conversions. Just throw it out there. Throw some of these underclassmen out there.
He's still cranky. He didn't like the play calling tonight.
I like better football. I got to be honest with you, Chris.
Kofi, should I move him back down? Because he's a big. I do. I already love him. He's a big dude. He could just start chucking me around up here.
I see our good friend. I hang out with Ron Jaworski and Bernie Perron a lot. Bernie sees me every time.
Didn't get it.
He's like, you'd make a great defenseman. I said, Bernie, I'm a lover, not a fighter, man. I understand how you guys got down in your day.
Bernie, yeah, that would be something he would say.
He's very tight with Jaws. He works with Jaws constantly.
And Jaws lives around the corner from me.
He already plugged Ramblewood.
Did he already?
He's over
yeah.
at Ramblewood now. We'll have to watch the game.
Yeah, ironically, not by any design, but Jaworski lives just around the corner on the Medford side. I live in Marlton, of course, because Chris is here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Mike Quick lives in Marlton, the street
really?
next to me. Yeah.
That's one thing about again, Philadelphia, back to that. When you play here, even if you leave and play somewhere else like you did, you come back here.
Yeah, but I was only gone for 2 months. It was almost like people forgot I was even in Dallas. It was for 10
cup
games.
Of coffee?
It was not even a cup of coffee. It was half a cup.
Pregame off the right side will get inside the 30. Down to the 28, about 8 yards. We're second down and 2. We have 5:48 to go.
The good thing with being a Cherokee parent is I can pull out some of my old Flyer stuff and wear it to the game incognito.
Oh, yeah.
And still cheer for
color.
Cherokee with the colors. So it does make a lot of sense.
Go.
My daughters all had wonderful basketball careers here at Cherokee.
I was going to ask you that, too. 'Cause you are – I love when you would post on Facebook pictures. That's not a first down. Pregame is stopped by Colbert, so 3rd and short coming up. But I'm serious when I would see that. I used to referee. I referee 3 sports, by the way.
Yep.
And I had Runyon's kids at Moorestown Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they shot the eyes out of the ball. And then you were showing clips on Facebook, and we're reading it. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, well, and John's daughter's a great. She plays at Villanova.
Yes.
But, they had a couple kids. I mean, we played that team one year. I think we won by 50. And John would tell you that, we ran them over. But Cherokee, we're an extremely well-coached team, like Ron Powell, who had 500.
Call this one. Go ahead.
Another touchdown by the Chiefs. Is that the running clock now?
It will be, yeah. As Ryan Bender waltzes into the end zone from 23. Here it is again. Coffee. Nobody. How'd this happen?
Too easy, huh?
Man.
How'd that happen?
Nobody wants to get on the ground, and you go quarterback sneak. You got some big fellas up front.
No. So we got an injured Brave. So we're back with Chris Terry, and I absolutely have to ask you this. Fly guys look pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Why? Is it Torts?
It is, and the reason why, and listen, I say this because I love the way they started. I was hard on them last year on our podcast, Snow the Goalie. I really, and they deserved it a lot.
Yeah.
But what the difference is this year, and this is the one thing I always tell my kids, my girls were competitive players, the one thing you can control every night is your effort and how hard you compete. And that's the one thing that I think that they have going for them right now is they've outworked other teams and they've been resilient. That's all I want to see because that really is the fabric of the Philadelphia Flyers. They didn't win Stanley Cups every year. They've been to many finals, and a lot of the time they found a way to do it through sheer will. And that's what I think teams love about Philadelphia fans is they emulate very much what the crowd is. The players do. It's a blue-collar, hard-work attitude city, and if you don't provide that, you're going to get it.
Jack wants to take a picture of us, and then no drone this time? He brought a drone to my wedding.
Oh, jeez.
I'm telling you, he's goofy. Still have an injured Brave on the field. It's 37-6. So, Coffee, you remember Jack?
Of course.
There you go. Was that your Oh, that's terrible. All right. I used to cover the Flyers back at college, and in that locker room, I remember there was some paintings and signs, and one said above the door, "As a Flyer, you play for the crest on the front, not the name on the back."
Mm-hmm.
Do you start to see that that's not the case anymore with these prima donnas that come in nowadays?
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. Yeah, and I'm probably one of the last of the old schools, but that's what I tell my kid too. Like when he gets in, he'll play next year. It's like I want the motor going and it doesn't stop. And that's the only thing that I'll get mad at for my kids is if you're not competing. Yeah. Because you're not wasting everyone else's time. But kids come in now and they have too much entitlement. And part of the problem with that, guys, is there's a salary cap they got to meet in these pro leagues. And now you just have too many players that are just – you have too many teams. Like I tell people when I actually played when there was 21 teams, 20 whatever it was. But now there's 32 teams. Yeah. That's an extra 250 jobs of guys that were at one time in the minors.
And a new minor system too?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's, games change. But, I mean, now you got to be sure what you're doing. And, to me, skill is still prevalent in all sports. But if you add that work ethic with it, that's what makes you special.
Chris, let me ask you, how do you see the game of hockey growing at the youth level, even up through high school, college? I know I used to love hearing and seeing about highlights of the Frozen Four and things of that nature. Is the game growing for the youth and getting, expanding in that way?
It is, and I think that there's a lot of the sports that, like USA Hockey does a lot of good things. I think kids have come a long way. I think the American hockey program has really come a long way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I think it's a matter of time, really, before they start maybe eclipsing Canada as the premier playing country, only because of the finances. It's expensive to play hockey, and less Canadians are playing it because it's becoming more expensive. That being said, I still think the top echelon kids will always be a Canadian, like the Crosby, Connor McDavid type of guy. But for me, if I'm involved, like I'm telling these kids now, like have a work ethic when you grow up, and don't take things for granted.
My father, when I would play baseball, and I thought I'd beat a ball out, I'd go back and I'd say, "Damn, Pop," he said, "You mad?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" "I thought I was safe." "You think you were safe?" He said, "Yeah, run faster." Yeah. And unfortunately, we don't have those parents anymore. Yeah, well, we really don't.
What was really interesting with my story, it's a prevalent one in the book. Yeah. When I was 14 years old, I went and tried out for, I think it was called a major bantam team and a minor midget team, and I got cut from both teams, AA teams. I thought it was kind of garbage, a little bit political jiu-jitsu for whatever reason.
Good All right, Noel with a good return.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And anyway, I ended up quitting hockey for a year at 14. That's like your prime developmentally, right?
Yeah.
So when I tell a whole year, I think I played in a spring tournament at a high school like 3 games at the end of the year just because. It was like it might as well have been a beer league in high school.
Yeah.
But I did not play competitive. I skied every night. And when I came back, I went off to Northwood and Lake Placid. My dad had sent me there and got away from kind of whatever was going on in Ottawa. And as we talked about football, there's kids that grow, and I saw actually Randy Brown, who's a Baltimore Ravens assistant. He's here tonight. He said people can't quantify how much kids grow between the ages of 16 and 18 and how everything changes. Yeah. I grew. I became a bigger kid. I was a smaller, shorter, fatter kid, and I just sprung up. So there's a lot of these things you can't really quantify. One thing I tell people all the time is, I see parents getting their kids private lessons at hockey all day long. I'm just using hockey.
Yeah.
I tell them, give your kid a break. Let them reprogram the computer. Because people, when I tell them, I said, I didn't play hockey at 14, they look at me like, that's not true.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is. And I got a whole bunch of other stories about guys that were like that too. But people don't understand that now because they think if you're not living at the rink, if you're not living at a football field somewhere, that you're not doing right by your kid. And that's absolutely not true.
Screen pass drop by Julian Noel. 3rd and 10, clock stop with 4:29 to go.
So right now, collegiately, are the same teams still perennially good? I hear about Wisconsin, Minnesota. Some of the teams, in the Frozen Four, there's some new bloods.
There's new bloods.
Yeah.
Like the team last year won like Minnesota State.
Really?
And Mankato. Like there's these teams coming in now, and I think what they're doing is they go up to like northern Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and they pull kids down that are in these small communities, and they think they go to like Mankato or Minnesota State, and they think they're in Miami Beach. Compared to where they're coming from.
Makes sense.
That's kind of what it looks like, and they're like, wow, man, we're in like Minnesota State. It's only -20.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Out of bounds on the pass play, 4th down. And we don't have a running clock. It's 38-6, and the difference needs to be 33, Bundy.
33, okay.
So therefore, we're short by 1.
It happens.
It happens. But no, this is good because, it gives us a chance to visit. And
I love learning.
How do you get the book? Tell everybody how you get the By the way, 3,000 average watch Williamstown football.
Great. Yeah, no, I mean, you guys do a great job. It's really, it's a great production. You got good camera work. And it's, I know my parents are at home right now in Ottawa watching this game. So in Canada,
you serious?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, so my mom and dad watching.
Mrs. Terry, thank you so much for.
I can finally say at a football game, "Hi, Mom." So I always wanted to do that, but so they're home watching, and this is how they tend to get the games on the YouTube channel that's provided by Cherokee. Tonight's you guys. So away we go. So you guys do a great job.
Thank you very much. We try. But having said that, Wayne Fish, I didn't see that. I saw Chief at the bottom. Wayne Fish, he's been there longer, I think, than the guy who built the.
Wayne Fish might have drank with George Washington.
Thank you.
Yes, all right. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Man,
But I'll tell you what.
He's the man.
He is the man, and I tell you what, we had an unbelievable journey together on this. He was so patient, so gracious, and it was just an absolute pleasure to work with him. Bill Meltzer, also another great writer for the Flyers. He did a proofread. went over everything,
nice.
and then, of course, Stanley Cup winning coach and one of my great teammates, Craig Berube, with the foreword. But you can get the book at Amazon, Amazon.com. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. You can get it at TriumphBooks.com, which is the publisher. I was doing them, Chris, as of course I hand-delivered this to you tonight. I'm officially ending my Amazon journey of selling my own books at this time, I think. But let me look into that, see how tomorrow goes, because I got a whole bunch of orders coming out. If anybody's listening and they're waiting, I'm getting out the big shipment tomorrow, so I'm still working. I'm personalizing every book.
I liked what you wrote.
Yeah, Amazon Prime or whatever it is, and Barnes & Noble and Triumph Books. That's your best bet.
Can we get electronic or not?
Yes, I believe
so
it's
I can
on.
read it on a plane.
It's on Kindle, and it's from what I heard. Someone said it was like #2 on hockey books. As of the last couple of days.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
that's great stuff. Right here, say hi. Say hi to Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
There we go. Wait, should I do this? Wait, hold on. So everybody's going to get mad at me if I don't do it.
We got our hats on.
Oh, there we go.
I finally said hi, Mom, at a football game.
Hi, everybody.
Glad you guys are watching. And all the Williamstown fans, you guys had a good team this year. Cherokee win the last game against Williams? They did it, right?
Yeah, and somebody got dumped.
You know what? I heard you did. You texted me. I said, I just left. My kid just got tossed. He played 5 plays. He actually had a quarterback, not a sack, but a lost tackle for a loss.
Tackle for loss, yeah.
And that was his first plays in varsity. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that. You didn't tell me that.
He played 5 varsity plays against Williamstown, the only time he's seen the field this year. Mm-hmm. He had the tackle for a loss and kicked out. I said, that is an absolutely beautiful start to your football career. Back in the 70s, we'd have been celebrating.
Exactly.
Now, right? 80s. Now it's like, you got.
And you get the gate.
Yeah, you get the gate, and that was it. So.
God. So we got a second down coming up. And short. Cherokee, 38-6. They're a 3 seed with a record of 3-5.
That's unbelievable.
And Williamstown, a 6 seed in this bracket with a record of 2-7. You want to know why?
I'd love to know why. Yeah.
You want to talk about OSI or strength of schedule?
I don't know.
No, seriously, I'm
from California. I don't get it, but they do.
Oh, yeah.
Chris will explain it.
Every week he reminds me. 7 years we've been together. We've been together longer than some marriages. And he's looking. OSI, opponent strength index.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody goes into a basement, locks the door like Joe Lunardi, and gives okay, if you're ranked this, you get this number of points, and if I beat you, I get this number of points. If I lose to you, I get this number of points. Exactly, Chris.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been to every game this year, and even though Cherokee's in orange or white on some nights, to me, no matter the games played, any one of those teams could have beaten anybody on any given night. I didn't really notice anybody was that much better than anyone else. I mean, you hear St. Augustine, I think it was week 2 or 3, we're playing St. Augustine. I think we ran them over.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have beat you the next Friday night. So
exactly.
It's it's pretty even, I think.
This is the best division in the West Jersey Football League by far.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Williamstown, you have Cherokee, you have Shawnee, you have Lenape, you have Millville. I mean, you have perennial state champs every year in that division.
Yeah.
So to get back to my point is every time those teams play, you get points.
Right.
You played them in week 3, you beat them, and then they play all these good teams, you get all those points.
Right.
Even if you lost them.
Even if you lost, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how it comes out. So that's why this is the way it is. But Cherokee's going to move on, looks like.
So 3-5 3 seed.
Yeah.
And a 2-7 6 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
What is a 1 seed?
They're 6.
I didn't want to do that to you guys in case you don't have them.
No. There's 16
26-0?
I love it.
Yeah, this is good stuff. You available next year?
I did this for 15 years, huh? As a radio and TV guy, so I'm well adept to it.
Oh, I know that. Believe me, I know that. Well, stick around. We'll give you one more break.
Yeah.
Because this is the end of the third. It's big. It's 38-6. And once again, and I want everybody, there it is. Cover my face. There we go. See that right there? Take a picture of that right there, everybody. Go get this book. Inspiring, to say the least.
Thank you.
We'll come back for the fourth quarter. We'll give you one more shot.
You got it.
All right.
The Claridge Hotel has been around for a number of years. Here at Park Place and the world-famous Atlantic City Boardwalk, just steps away from the beach. So we've had a number of people come through our doors, each with their own style and taste, which is why they chose the Claridge to take their visit to new heights. Book your getaway today at claridge.com.
Make this your best season ever with Game Changer's amazing new features. Like automatically compiled hit clips that load directly into your player profile, along with your stats. Watch, download, and share with fans and recruiters. Track pitch type and pitch velocity, and display it in the live stream. And watch it all, live, on the web. Check out these amazing new features you can start using now in the app, or learn more at gc.com.
Start of the fourth quarter here tonight on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, we're all here tonight. This is Chris Therien from the Flyers, and there's his book that we want to make sure everybody goes out and gets. That's why he's here tonight. And his son is playing. And who's up there, Chris?
That right there is special teams coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens, Randy Brown. Winner last night. Look at what happened to Brady after his win last night.
Coach, Coach, thanks for joining us. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, you know this guy. And we do Williamstown football, so we'd be more than happy to talk to you for the rest of the quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, welcome to Cherokee High School. And I went to school here 40 years ago, so I love Cherokee High School, love everything about it. My nephew, my brother's son, number 7, Luke Brown, plays for Cherokee, and my life has been Cherokee football. But, anytime I walk up and I see a hockey guy at a football game, the score must be a little out of whack of a hockey guys at a football game. So
Randy's been a good friend for years. His daughters were basketball players. We've worked with each other. And now my daughters are in Loyola in Baltimore.
Okay. Yeah.
And former Mayor Brown, the mayor of Marlton at one time, too, is always there, always trying to get them to go out for a meal.
Look at Birdie. He's having a night. Birdie's having a night, and he's going to go into the end zone. 57-yard touchdown from Bender. You were saying.
I tell you, when you watch Cam Birdie and, you watch him all year, he's a guy that if you can get the ball in his hands 12 to 14 times a game, he's going to score 2 or 3 times. The guy in the open field, he's hard to touch, he's hard to tackle. All right, he's got great straight line speed, and he's also got the ability, all right, to make guys miss. And when you're looking at a guy who can play a Z and X position and go ahead and make guys miss, tell you the kid's a good football player, and he should be able to play football at the next level.
You available Friday nights next year?
I actually have a paying job. But more importantly, this is what I love to see. Good snap, good hold, good kick right down the middle.
Oh, that's it. I'm done. Randy Brown taking the rest of the way, folks. We are in a running clock. Hey, great win last night. Chris mentioned it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm rolling on about 2 hours sleep, but adrenaline gets you at this point.
Oh, yeah?
Chris and I talked Terry and I talked a little while ago, and listen, it's hard to win professional sports on the road.
Yep.
It's really hard to win on the road on a short week like we had to do and go down to Tampa and play a great quarterback like Tom Brady.
Yep.
But, when you saw in the second half, we were able to run the football for about 206 yards, and we just wore them down, and that's the kind of football team we have. We play great special teams, great defense. We can run the football, and, I believe we're going to be around at the end of the season.
John Harbaugh, 5 words or less.
One of my best friends in life.
Oh, nice.
Top 5 coaches of all time in the National Football League.
Yeah. He's done a hell of a job. 15 years now there, right?
15 years. John, I've been there in Baltimore
he was here.
15 years.
He was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, special teams.
But 15 years as head coach. I mean, I don't know.
I know.
Anybody else? Is he the longest tenured now?
At one team, he has to be.
At one team, we are. Mike Tomlin, I think, has us by 1 year.
Yeah.
I think Mike has us by years. Another great coach. I don't think Mike's ever had a losing season. So, now hopefully this year, we can kind of help make that happen, but it's still Steelers-Ravens.
It kind of helps when you have probably the best kicker that ever played the game, Justin Tucker.
Yeah, people forget that Justin Tucker went to this really small school in Texas called the University of Texas, and he was an undrafted free agent, and he only won the Texas A&M game with a walk-off field goal. And but nobody wanted him. The kid had 9 touchbacks his senior year, and he was also the punter. And he came to us in Baltimore, and he won the job over Billy Cundiff, who at the time was the Pro Bowl kicker.
I remember that. Yeah.
And but listen, Justin is not only one of the best kickers of all time. He's one of the best players and best people and best dads of all time. So it's great being around him. He's a great kid, and I'm blessed. I've had Sam Cook for 16 years as my punter. We've got Jordan Stout, the big-legged kid out of Penn State now. We love Jordan, and we've got Justin. It's wonderful.
I mean, he's money. I mean,
that's what I told him last week. There was a big
money.
kick at the end of the game to win it. I was talking Randy.
Forget it.
And I said, there's no drama. It just goes right down the middle for 40 yards like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's remarkable.
I did a piece on the Today Show. They did a piece last week. I was on the Today Show.
Yeah.
And they asked me, so what do you think when you see Justin Tucker on the field? And I said, if you're an opponent and you see Justin Tucker walk on that field, you know you've lost.
You've lost. The game's over.
It's like Mariano Rivera coming out, right? It's like Tiger in the red shirt on Sunday.
I'm going to tell you.
In
the mid-'80s, the Cowboys had a kicker, Rafael Septien.
Rafael Septien.
Yeah. He was never good distance-wise. Inside of 40, he was deaf. And the Eagles would always tooth and nail, get to the point. They tie the game. It's late. Cowboys go down the field. Eagles think they hold them. 38 yards, Septien, game over. Guy from the Cowboys at the vet was actually locking everything up before they snapped the ball. I said to the guy, because I had a press pass at the time, right? And I said to the guy, what are you doing? He said, this game's over. So
well, it is.
It's a good feeling, though, isn't it, to know that. Now, does he come to you and say, I'm good from this distance, or I'm good from this distance? Or
So here's the little secret that, only those of
– here we go.
Only those 150 people who are watching this game will now forever know. I never asked Justin Tucker where he's good from. I stand with John, and I know Justin well enough. I know the stadiums we play in. I know the wins. That I've never one time asked Justin, are you good from this distance? I know where he's good from, and we put him out in a position only to succeed.
Right.
I don't throw him out. Now 2 Sunday nights ago, it's 10-10, third quarter, and John kind of looked at me quizzically when I said, yeah, we're good from 58. And we go bang a 58-yarder in a 10-10 game against the Bengals. But I knew where he was good from,
Did he hit a bar? He hit a bar last week for long out, didn't he?
He hit the left upright from 56.
56. That's a long way out. But he's remarkable, that guy.
He's one of the reasons the uprights were sent up to the sky. Because he used to kick him over the uprights.
He's like a real superstar. Like he truly is. He just wins games all the time.
He was like the Vinatieri and,
you know what? I've been fortunate enough. I've coached Jeff Jager, and I've been with Billy Cundiff and Steve Hauschka and Graham Gano and Will Lutz and David Akers, and I've been some of the greatest kickers around. And just they're good guys, they're good kids, but
Gano's still around though.
Gano's still around, yeah. Oh, he's wide open.
He sure is. And this is going to be a 53-yard touchdown for Hill. It's his second of the night. The other one was a pick six. And no, the clock will still continue to run because the deficit's got to be within 24 points, so we're good.
You know what you love to see is you love to see high school sports because these guys don't quit, right? These guys just play. They play hard all the time. This means everything to these kids. And, I've been fortunate enough to coach 8 years of high school football, and that's why I love high school football. It's, and obviously so many of the great players that played in our league and played high school football. But it is all about winning and playing well. It doesn't matter what the score is for these guys. But now, rule number one, you're a safety and you got a 30-point lead. You keep everything in front of you, right?
I think Glatz kind of emptied the bench.
We got to keep everything in front of you.
Chris is in now, actually.
Is Chris in the game?
Yes, he's in now. Yes,
All right.
you saw him. There he is.
I think Glatz emptied the bench, though.
Did they have Chris back there free safety? Because it looked like it.
If he's playing free safety, we got serious problems.
2-point conversion is successful. Lantine in the back of the end zone. We're going to come back with more of the Chris Terry and Randy Brown show right after this.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Williamstown gets 8 more points. It's 45-14. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, Ryan Schumacher is here. The great Coffee Jones. Randy Brown. special teams coach of the Baltimore Ravens. We got a hell of a crew. And Chris Terrian is here, too, by the way, who's now going to brag about the Flyers, who are, 5-2?
Yeah, and I was talking to Randy before. That's what I love coming to the games when I see, Randy Brown or even you guys. They're just talking sports. They're just sports guys, and we were saying, what's the difference? Torts is a good coach. He has them playing the right system in their zone, and they're playing now with more of an attitude.
You're benching your best players.
Yeah, and they came back and
did
win.
He roll the dice on that?
Yeah, because that can go backwards on you, right? Now with the age of the kids now, and
Well, we talked about the entitlement.
Yeah. So I think to that regard, I think it was he did the right thing because there's not enough accountability in sports today, and I think it's hard too because you only can dress so many guys and big guys going, but. Message taken, and they played well last night. They're just working really hard, and it's good to see. It really is. I want effort. That's all I've asked for. I don't think they have the horses to have a deep playoff run. I think we all know that. Yeah. But this is Philadelphia, and if you put an effort in, people are going to support you.
And I was just saying that to Chris earlier, and so proud of Chris and what he's done, and the book is fabulous. I've not got my official signed autographed copy of the book yet. I'm hoping I'm going to get it at some point. I mean, I'm such a good friend. I still don't have a signed copy of the book. Carly Lloyd signed her copy and gave me a book before anybody else got it, but that was Carly Lloyd.
Mine just came out the other day.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying. But
so I rate is what you're telling me.
Yeah, you rate all right. You rate higher than me. But you know what? And Chris is modest. But do we not all agree that one of the greatest hockey games ever played in Philadelphia history was the 5 overtime game?
We were just talking about that a little bit.
The Penguins.
You're right.
And you talk about a team that stayed together as a team, right, and played as a team. What an amazing game that was just to watch from a fan perspective, but how players stayed together. What a great, great game.
And ate pizza between periods?
Yeah, all those stories are in there. All those stories are true. The pizza was gone. The power bars were gone. Guys were taking IVs after the second. I mean, there was nothing left. It was unbelievable.
Well, you knew they were down almost nothing because I think in the 4th overtime, Bundy was actually on the power play.
Let's not go that far.
Oh my God.
What is he doing on the power play?
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's a shame. There's a nice play by Jackson Colbert in the backfield. It got so bad that every intermission was always Stothers.
Was what?
Who's the assistant coach? Was it Stothers?
Mike Stothers. Yeah.
Stothers.
It was always him. Nobody else. It was just Stothers.
Yep.
And I think that was the season with Rammer, right?
That was, and we loved Rammer, like a lot of guys did. But I will tell you a true story. Right before that 5th overtime ended, we were so to actually give you an example, I could tell people. I told Cashman, who was the assistant, I said I can't go more than 10 or 15 second shifts. I'm not kidding you. My legs were – I was afraid my knees were going to buckle. And so what happened was I came back to the bench. Richardson and McKillis went on.
Right.
And then we had like Adam Burt and Andy Delmore were the third pair. And we were lugging minutes in.
Yeah.
So what happened was McGillis moved the puck out of the D zone and caught Primo on a stretch pass at the other end. They come off the change.
Yeah.
I go on the ice for McGillis. I'm the first guy to hug Primo at the scene, but McGillis got the assist for the goal, and he was already off the ice.
Wow.
But I don't know what I had left in terms of minutes.
Not many did.
It was a wild game.
Isaiah Jordan. Okay, so where is he? 73. 73. So he's not in.
Yeah, he's in. I see him there. It looks like he's at left tackle right now.
Oh, my God, he is.
Yeah, so we might have to really critique his play here at left tackle.
All right, go for it. We are now going to –
all right, so
what do you think, Coffee? Look at the technique. This is an offensive lineman right here,
Oh, yeah.
Offensive lineman.
We got an NFL coordinator.
Yeah, so here we go.
An arena. Yeah.
So you got the Cherokee in an I formation, and is he at guard or tackle? It looks like – yeah, he's a tackle.
Tackle.
Gets up on the linebacker and kind of lets him go there. Didn't drop his legs. Dropped that butt. Big tall guy.
Yep, got to bend those knees.
Bend the knees, right? Right.
Coach, Randy, we need your address to send you some residuals. Great job tonight.
Hey, listen, I told you before. I get home on Fridays for about 6 hours. I live in Maryland, but my family still lives here in Marlton.
Right.
I get home for 6 hours on Fridays, and I spend it at high school football games. And thank God I got a wife that loves me and doesn't mind I come watch high school football on Friday nights. On
we
date
would
nights,
love, we would love to have you come to more games next year. So
he's almost here every Friday. Almost every Friday. Yep.
Yeah, when
it's amazing.
I can.
We want to get you down to the Chop House. It's a nice environment down there in Williamstown. It really is. And they're coming off of like a state championship in 19. This is the ebb and the flow, because these are all young kids for Williamstown.
No doubt. Yeah.
And the wins are going to come because they've got a really, really good system here. I mean, it's a good program.
Well, Williamstown's always had a good program, right? And you know what? It starts with consistency. And I found through the years, as long as there's consistency through the freshman, JV, and varsity level, right? And how do we go ahead and teach the same thing? We have the same, not only discipline, but the same program throughout it. You know, Williamstown it's always had good leadership, good football team, hard-nosed football team, but they have always had athletes too. So, you know, in high school football, in 2 years, you can quickly win a championship just like that. You know, and you know, you see some of the kids. This is what I love, right? You see some of the kids.
John Phillips, by the way, quarterback. Wouldn't mention him. Go ahead.
You see some of the kids, like number 3 and 53 on the bench, heads down. You know, they know what this means, right? They know what this means. It's probably it for them, but that's how much it means.
Sure. Phillips hands off. It gets out to the outside.
A little Barry Sanders right there.
Isaiah Jordan, who winds up getting actually on the flag down after a gain of about 8.
So Isaiah Jordan's father, Jerome Jordan, is a teacher in the community, veteran, and just one of the upstanding guys in the community. Great to see his son excelling.
Sure.
But you know, as I see that big 73 for the Chiefs jog off over there, I'm looking forward to his next movement here.
That flag could be on him. No, I'm just kidding.
His hair is nice and long, Chris, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. He needs a chop. I'm quite afraid to say.
About hair.
I think I'm going to bring him the mud
cuts. So, are you Chris Brown? Is your relation?
So Chris Brown, who was in office with me when we were in council in 2007 and 2010. Right. Chris used to be a freeholder, and he lives in town, and he's got 3 boys, which are great athletes.
Play baseball,
town.
right?
Yep.
That's You're not related though.
No.
Okay.
We say we're
brothers from another mother, which would be BFA Sports. You just gave the slogan to BFA Sports.
There we go.
Brother from another mother. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
These 3 guys somehow cooked us up in the basement of somebody's house that they were going to be BFA Sports, and they brought this.
Do we have a telestrator that we could circle?
Oh, we're
working 73
on that.
right there, right now. 73 in the middle.
No, we're working on it. But no, Chris is a great guy. He advertises as well on BFA, his business. But I'm a baseball umpire. I'm a college baseball umpire, so I look forward to seeing. I don't know which one's going to be at St. Joe's.
I don't know if it's Evan or.
Yeah, somebody's going to be at St. Joe's. I forget. But this will be my 23rd season in college baseball.
Really? Congratulations.
Right, huh? Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great.
Good for
That's
you.
great. How often are you told what a great job you're doing behind the plate calling balls and strikes?
The next time will be the first time. Now, you know what it's like. You know,
hey,
it's
what
like,
a great call.
Good job, Chris. You know.
Darn, he's done a good job today.
All right, whatever. Yeah, good job.
That's great.
Good job, Chris.
As I'm escorted to my car.
Yeah, oh, God. Well, you know what's bad? I mean, there is definitely – by the way, you want to be a referee?
Do I want to be a referee?
Yeah. You want to try it? No? Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Shortage of officials is unbelievable.
It's amazing, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I think – so I was interviewed by somebody. Here's Jordan on the near side. Turns the corner, and he'll get to the 11-yard line. Lantine got him out. So I forget, one of the newspaper guys interviewed me down in Atlantic City, what I do and all this stuff. And he said, what do you attribute the shortage of officials to? And you got the obvious. You got the parents that just, it's aggravation. It's not what it used to be. COVID also, and I'll tell you why. Because these people that were sidelined, they found something else to do.
No doubt, yeah.
They didn't have to come back. Now, obviously, your level, that's not going to be an issue, but here it is.
You know what? At our level, it is an issue right now because so many of the veteran officials we have retired or they've gone into broadcasting. So we've got a whole new crew of young officials now that are doing our games. And we're averaging probably each game. Last night we had 2 guys who's their first year in the league. Now the NFL does a really good job in bringing officials up through it.
Right.
And listen, when you look at all the professional sports and officiating, I really believe our game is one of the best officiated because they call penalties at point of attack, that means something, and
right.
I'll tell you, I like 73. He's following the pile there. He's looking for somebody to hit.
As long as he didn't hold somebody, because there's a flag down.
There's a flag. Oh, if they call that on 73, Chris, I think we have to take your headphones away.
False start?
No, illegal motion. Illegal formation, rather, because it's a live ball foul.
Well,
do
listen,
football,
I
too.
appreciate you guys having me. I mean, to have the great Coffee Jones. Do people have any idea what Coffee Jones, what he means to him and Jaws, to the community and the things that they do?
Yeah,
I mean, what amazing stuff that they do, and what Ron Jaworski's crew and with Coffee and what these guys do and give back to the community. I just said it to Chris earlier, and I'll leave you with this. You know, what you do in the community and how you make the community better and the difference you make in life of children, they're the things when you die, people are going to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And be able to do what you guys do and you broadcast and bring to life and let these kids are seen on television, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have that. You guys are able to do such a great service to these kids, you know, that this is Friday Night Lights for them, you know.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you guys, but
It's a
I got to
pleasure
go. I
meeting
got
you.
like 2 hours of sleep. I got to go
Get him,
home.
Coach. Great win last night.
It was indeed a pleasure to meet you, Randy,
Pleasure.
really.
Thanks for having me
Yeah.
on. I appreciate it.
Make sure Coffee has your number.
Oh, he's got it all right. We do a lot of stuff together. Coffee and I do stuff together. You kidding me?
He was the guy to go. Thank you.
Yeah, he
Appreciate
texted
it.
me. He's like, I'm here. Where are you? I said, I'm over here.
This was just great. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, we got 47 seconds left. The clock's going to run out. Coach, thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks for
That was
having
awesome.
me.
Thanks,
Best
Ray.
of luck.
That was
Hey,
really
you know,
good
Terrian ain't
stuff.
leaving until either you give him money or buy him the coffee. So
I think
That's it. I'm out of here.
I think we're. I don't know, but I mean, I think they just started. They did. The Phillies just started.
Did they? Okay.
So let's get moving, right?
Let's get moving. 29. Knee down.
Hold on a second. Yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. Well, Coffee Jones, the season is over for the Braves, and lots to build on, though, I think. And I apologize for the youngsters. We didn't get to mention their name on TV. We had a little thing going on here. But real quick, on the end of the season, Drew Craig, sophomore quarterback, is going to come back. You got a lot of names coming back.
And you know what? I will take our time for the offseason for those guys to get back to it, for the seniors, for some of the kids that are going to be putting on pads for the last time. You feel for those. It's their last high school game. They've bled and sweat and had the tears for the blue and for the white and for Williamstown, for the Chop House, for the faithful, for this being their final game. You got to give a salute to all of those seniors that have put it on the line here tonight.
Well said. So speaking of salutes, tonight's game was produced by Ryan Schumacher. Give him a little thing right there, right? And directed by Andrew Jersky. Got to give him a shot right there. On camera tonight, the champion, Mike Champion. Always thank Charles Hope, best 50-yard line camera in the business, who didn't come tonight. But he did shoot at my wedding, so he was there for that. Nick Penza on the other end of this camera right here. The executive producers of BFA Sports are Al Fisher, Doug Stasic, Brian Murray. For everybody with BFA, for Coffee, the man, Bundy, Chris Terry, and I'm Chris Lozzi. Thank you so much for joining us this year. We had a great time, and we'll see you next year with the Coaches Show at Rack's Pub and Grill in Williamstown and right here on the field. Good night, everybody. Go Phillies.
Go Phillies.